Isaac Newton was a brilliant English mathematician, physicist, and astronomer who lived from 1643 to 1727. He is best known for formulating the laws of motion and universal gravitation, which revolutionized classical mechanics. Newton's groundbreaking work, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, published in 1687, laid the foundation for modern physics and is considered one of the most influential scientific works ever written. Apart from his contributions to science, Newton also made significant advancements in mathematics, inventing calculus independently. His profound insights and discoveries continue to shape our understanding of the physical universe to this day. Here are 9 lesser-known facts about Isaac Newton. 1. His unhappy childhood helped shape his secretive personality. Newton was born prematurely on Christmas Day 1642 at his family's home, Woolsthorpe Manor, near the town of Grantham, England, several months after the death of his father, an illiterate farmer. When Newton was 3, his mother wed a wealthy clergyman, Barnabas Smith, who didn't want a stepson. Newton's mother went to live with her new husband in another village, leaving behind her young son in the care of his grandparents. The experience of being abandoned by his mother scarred Newton, and likely played a role in shaping his solitary and trusting nature. As a teen, he made a list of his past sins, and among them was threatening my father and Mother Smith to burn them and the house over them. As an adult, Newton immersed himself in his work, had no hobbies, and never married. He even remained silent about some of his scientific and mathematical discoveries for years, if he published them at all. 2. Newton's mother wanted him to be a farmer. At age 12, Newton was enrolled in a school in Grantham, where he boarded at the home of the local apothecary because the daily walk from Woolsthorpe Manor was too long. Initially, he wasn't a strong student, however, as the story goes. Following a confrontation with a school bully, Newton started applying himself in an effort to best the other boy, and transformed into a top student. However, at age 15 or 16, he was ordered to quit school by his mother and return to Woolsthorpe Manor, become a farmer. The teen was uninterested in the job and fared poorly at it. Eventually, Newton's mother was persuaded by her son's former headmaster in Grantham to allow him to return to school. After finishing his coursework there, Newton left for Trinity College, University of Cambridge in 1661, putting farming behind him for good. 3. The Black Death inadvertently set the stage for one of his most famous insights. In 1665, following an outbreak of the bubonic plague in England, Cambridge University closed its doors, forcing Newton to return home to Woolsthorpe Manor. While sitting in the garden there one day, he saw an apple fall from a tree, providing him with the inspiration to eventually formulate his law of universal gravitation. Newton later relayed the apple story to William Stukely, who included it in a book, Memoir of Sir Isaac Newton's Life, published in 1752. In 2010, a NASA astronaut carried a piece of the ancient apple tree aboard the Space Shuttle Atlantis for a mission to the International Space Station. The Royal Society a scientific organization once headed by Newton, loaned the piece of the tree for the voyage as part of a celebration of the 350th anniversary of the group's founding. Today, the original apple tree continues to grow at Woolsthorpe Manor. 4. As a professor at Cambridge, his lectures were poorly attended. In 1669, Newton, then 26, was appointed the Lucasian Professor of Mathematics at Cambridge, one of the world's oldest universities, whose origins date to 1209. Newton was the second person to hold the Lucasian Professorship, the 17th person, from 1979 to 2009. Was physicist and A Brief History of Time author Stephen Hawking. Although he remained at Cambridge for nearly 30 years, Newton showed little interest in teaching or in his students, and his lectures were sparsely attended. Frequently, no one showed up at all. Newton's attention was centered on his own research